Have you ever done everything right, worked out, eaten your protein, taken your vitamins, yet still felt your body slipping away, like strength was draining through your fingers no matter how hard you tried to hold on? You wake up tired, your muscles ache for no reason, and deep down you wonder if this is how aging is supposed to feel. I'm here to tell you, it's not. What if the problem isn't what you're taking, but when you're taking it? For years, millions of Americans have been told that magnesium is the magic fix for recovery. But after 3 decades studying aging and muscle loss, I can tell you that idea has led countless people down the wrong path. The truth is both simpler and far more powerful. Every night while you sleep, your body enters its most critical repair window, a hidden cycle where more than 70% of muscle recovery takes place, and yet most people unknowingly shut that window before it ever opens. But here's the good news. You can change that starting tonight with 2 simple nutrients that work while you rest. Let me show you how to rebuild strength while your body sleeps. You might think of vitamin D as just the sunshine vitamin, something that keeps your bones strong. But in truth, this tiny molecule is the silent architect of your entire muscle system, especially while you sleep. Every night when your head hits the pillow and your breathing slows, your body begins a repair shift. Imagine a crew of workers stepping into a quiet construction site after dark. If vitamin D3 is missing, there's no supervisor on duty. The lights stay off, the workers wander and nothing gets rebuilt. But when vitamin D3 clocks in, everything changes. Here's what actually happens inside you. During sleep, D3 locks into special docking sites on every muscle cell called vitamin D receptors. Think of those as ignition switches. Once they turn on, your muscles start drawing calcium and phosphorus, the raw building materials of strength, out of your bloodstream and into your muscle fibers. Without this signal, those minerals just float away and get wasted. With it, your body turns nighttime into a rebuilding factory, recharging your strength while you rest. Science backs this up. A Harvard study followed older adults for 8 months. Those who took daily vitamin D3 gained nearly 3 pounds of lean muscle without changing their diet or exercise routine. The placebo group gained almost nothing. 3 pounds may not sound like much, but for someone over 60, that's the difference between climbing stairs easily or struggling to stand up from a chair. But vitamin D3 does something even more critical. It triggers the hormone orchestra that plays while you sleep, particularly testosterone. Most people think testosterone belongs only to men, but both men and women rely on it to maintain lean muscle and vitality. At night, D3 helps your body release testosterone at just the right rhythm, turning the protein you ate for dinner into stronger, more resilient muscle tissue. If you've ever wondered why you can do everything right during the day, but still feel weaker each month, this might be why. Without adequate vitamin D3, at night your repair signals run in slow motion. One study found that muscle recovery can slow down by as much as 60% when D3 is low. That's not aging. That's biology waiting for its cue. The next benefit is one you'll actually feel: inflammation. The silent fire inside your muscles burns stronger as we age. Vitamin D3 helps cool that fire, calming the tissue so your body can rebuild instead of constantly fighting. It's like giving your muscles a quiet night after years of noise. You don't just wake up rested, you wake up stronger. So how do you get it right? In America, most seniors barely get 1/10 of the D3 they need from sunlight alone. Even in sunny states, long-sleeve sunscreen and indoor lifestyles block what your body could produce. The practical solution is simple: take 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D3 with your evening meal. Make sure that meal includes healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or salmon, because D3 is fat-soluble. Without fat, your body can't absorb it no matter how high the dose. And yes, food can do the trick too. A 4-ounce fillet of wild salmon, roasted mushrooms exposed to UV light, or a teaspoon of cod liver oil mixed into your salad dressing are simple, powerful sources. This is not about taking pills, it's about feeding your muscle machinery the fuel it needs before the night shift begins. When I tell my patients this, their first reaction is often disbelief. You mean just changing? When I take vitamin D3, could change how my muscles recover? And I say yes, absolutely. It's not just what you take, it's when you take it. The night is your body's most productive workshop, but the workshop can't run without power. Vitamin D3 is that power. And yet, even with the lights on, your workshop still needs tools. That's where the next piece of the puzzle comes in: one mineral that transforms vitamin D's blueprint into real muscle growth. Are you ready for that missing spark? If vitamin D3 is the blueprint, the night shift manager giving out orders, then zinc is the toolbox that makes those orders real. Without it, all the plans stay on paper. With it, muscle repair becomes action. Think of zinc as the spark that brings your internal engine to life after dark. Inside your body, zinc doesn't just float around waiting to be useful. It fuels more than 300 enzymes, each one acting like a microscopic worker, helping cells repair, regenerate, and rebuild. During deep sleep, those precious hours between midnight and 3 a.m., zinc helps your body release growth hormone, the master signal for tissue repair. Without zinc, that signal sputters and fades. But when zinc levels are optimal, that hormone surge becomes powerful, telling your muscles, now's the time. Rebuild. I've seen this firsthand. Many of my older patients eat plenty of protein and still struggle to gain strength. They exercise, they rest, they eat right, but their muscles simply refuse to respond. When we test their blood, the pattern is almost always the same low zinc. Once they begin restoring their zinc levels, something remarkable happens. They start waking up less sore, recovering faster, and even noticing small but steady gains in their daily strength. Science confirms what I see in real life. At the University of Michigan, researchers tracked 120 seniors who were zinc deficient. Half took a daily 20 milligrams supplement and half took a placebo. After 12 weeks, the zinc group showed a 34% increase in muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to build new muscle, and 40% faster recovery after exercise. The placebo group, no change. No. It was as if their repair machinery had been running on half power until zinc flipped the switch. But zinc does more than rebuild, it transports. It acts like a delivery truck shuttling amino acids, the building blocks of protein, directly into muscle cells. Once inside, those amino acids get woven into new muscle fibers, tightening and strengthening the very tissue that keeps you standing tall and steady. Without zinc, those amino acids drift through your bloodstream with nowhere to go, like bricks without mortar, waiting for a builder who never shows up. There's another layer here that most people miss. Zinc doesn't just support muscles, it shapes hormones. It helps regulate testosterone growth hormone, and even insulin, all of which influence how your body stores, repairs, and uses energy. If you've noticed slower recovery, softer muscle tone, or even lower energy, despite doing everything right, zinc might be the missing link. Sadly, zinc deficiency is one of the most underdiagnosed problems among older Americans. Studies show that nearly 40% of people over 65 are low in zinc and don't even know it. Why? Because the symptoms, slow, healing, dull taste, thinning, hair fatigue, are often mistaken for just getting old. But they're not aging signs, they're signals, and your body has been sending them quietly for years. One of my patients, Robert, comes to mind, 79 years old retired teacher, disciplined as they come. He lifted light weights, drank bone broth daily, took his vitamins faithfully. Still every week he felt weaker. When we checked his levels, his zinc was less than half the minimum range. 3 weeks after supplementing, his recovery transformed. He told me, "Doc, I woke up one morning and realized I wasn't tired anymore." That's the power of giving your body what it's been missing. So how much zinc do you actually need? Most research points to about 15 to 30 milligrams a day for older adults, ideally, in the form of zinc gluconate or zinc picolinate types. Your body absorbs more easily. Take it with a full glass of water about 2 hours before bed. That timing gives it space to absorb without bothering your stomach. Don't take it right before lying down. Some people find it causes mild nausea. And please remember, balance. Zinc works best when it's part of a team paired with a nutritious diet. That includes lean meats, pumpkin seeds, oysters, beans, and whole grains. If you're a seafood lover, just 6 medium oysters can deliver your entire day's worth of zinc naturally. But if supplements are easier, consistency matters more than dose. Think long-term, not overnight miracles. When your zinc levels rise, something subtle but profound happens. Your nightly recovery becomes smoother. You start to sleep deeper. Growth hormone pulses stronger. The tiny tears in your muscle fibers, the good kind from daily use, get patched up more efficiently. Week after week, those small wins add up to real strength. And here's the thing, D3 and zinc are partners. D3 sets the plan. Zinc executes it. They work hand in hand. Without one, the other can't do its job. D3 activates your receptors, but zinc builds the enzymes that carry out the repair. It's like having an architect and a crew working together overnight while you rest. But there's a catch. Even if you're doing both right, taking D3 with dinner zinc before bed, your progress can still vanish if you make one of 3 common nighttime mistakes. These habits are so ordinary, so routine, that most people never realize they're sabotaging their body's repair system. Before you go to bed tonight, I want you to think about this question. Could something as small as a vitamin you take at the wrong time be undoing all your hard work? Let's talk about those hidden saboteurs, the 3 supplements that quietly erase your muscle gains while you sleep. Even when people finally start taking vitamin D3 and zinc correctly, many still wake up tired, stiff and frustrated, and the reason isn't a lack of effort, it's sabotage. Quiet, invisible sabotage that happens every night because of 3 common supplements that most people take with the best intentions. What I'm about to tell you might surprise you, maybe even frustrate you, but it's the truth I've seen over decades of working with older adults who wanted nothing more than to feel strong again. The first culprit is something almost everyone believes is harmless B-complex vitamins. You've been told they boost energy, improve focus and support your metabolism. That's true, but timing matters more than most people realise. B vitamins act like caffeine for your nervous system. They rev up your metabolism and trigger alertness, exactly what you don't want before bed. When taken at night, they tell your brain to stay awake, to stay ready when your body desperately needs to rest. Inside your brain, B6, B12, and niacin ramp up neurotransmitters that make you feel alert and motivated during the day. But after sunset, that same stimulation can wreck your sleep cycles. Studies from the journal Sleep Medicine show that seniors who take B vitamins late in the evening produce less melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep, and spend significantly less time in restorative deep sleep. Less deep sleep means less growth hormone, and less growth hormone means slower muscle repair. It's like asking your muscles to rebuild a house, while someone keeps turning the lights on and off. I remember one patient, Eleanor, 87 years old, disciplined, careful, the kind of person who never missed a supplement. She came to me heartbroken because she was losing strength despite everything she was doing right. When I asked about her routine, she proudly said she took her B complex every evening after dinner, believing it would help her recover overnight. That one simple habit was her undoing. We moved her B complex to breakfast, and within a week her sleep deepened, her energy steadied, and her strength returned. Sometimes the smallest shift unlocks the biggest change. So here's the rule: take your B vitamins early in the day, let them fuel your daylight hours, not steal your nighttime repair. The second mistake is more subtle: vitamin C. Everyone loves it. It's the hero of immunity, the skin brightener, the cold fighter. But when it comes to muscle recovery at night, too much vitamin C can actually backfire. Here's why. During sleep, your body uses mild oxidative stress, tiny bursts of cellular alarm signals to trigger growth and repair. High doses of antioxidants, like vitamin C, can blunt that process, silencing the very signal your body relies on to rebuild muscle. Think of it as calling the fire department before you even smell smoke. You stop the signal before the rescue team can mobilise. Researchers have found that taking more than 500 milligrams of vitamin C at night reduces activation of mTOR, the master switch for muscle growth. In plain English, it tells your body there's no need to rebuild. I had a patient, Robert 79, who drank a huge mug of bone broth every evening, packed with protein, collagen, and unfortunately, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C powder he added for healing. He couldn't understand why his legs stayed weak despite all the effort. When we moved that vitamin C to the morning, his sleep improved, soreness faded, and within weeks he was back to walking 2 miles without stopping. Timing changed everything, so if you love vitamin C, keep it, but keep it for breakfast. Let it help your body fight daytime stress, not interfere with nighttime recovery. The third and final mistake is caffeine. Most people think I only drink coffee in the morning, but caffeine hides everywhere: energy gummies, pre-workout, drinks, even some nighttime fat-burning supplements. It lingers in your system for hours long after you think it's gone. Caffeine blocks adenosine, the chemical that makes you feel sleepy, and spikes cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. Both of those changes shut down deep sleep, the stage when growth hormone surges and muscle fibers knit themselves back together. A study published in Nutritional Neuroscience followed older adults who consumed caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime. The results were shocking. They lost 28% more lean muscle over 10 weeks than the caffeine-free group, even though both groups ate the same diet and exercised the same amount. That's how powerful sleep disruption can be. Susan, one of my patients, learned this lesson the hard way. At 81, she was taking a nighttime metabolism booster her friend recommended. Hidden inside that capsule, 150 milligrams of caffeine, more than a strong cup of coffee. She couldn't understand why she slept poorly and why her muscles refused to strengthen. Once she stopped that one supplement, her sleep deepened, her mood lifted, and within a month, her grip strength improved by 19%. So remember this: no caffeine, no black or green tea, no energy gummies or nighttime metabolism pills after lunch. Your body needs silence to heal, not stimulation. Now that you know the 3 saboteurs, B complex, vitamin C, and caffeine, you can see why so many people struggle to build strength despite doing everything right. They're unknowingly keeping their recovery switch turned off. But here's the good news: awareness changes everything. Tonight, when you look at your supplement bottles, you'll know exactly which ones belong in the morning and which ones power your sleep, because at the end of the day, muscle isn't built in the gym or even at the dinner table. It's built in the dark, during deep, uninterrupted rest. And when you combine that rest with the right nutrients, you don't just stop losing strength, you start gaining it back. But we're not done yet. The real power of this approach isn't only about vitamins, it's about control the moment you realize you can influence how your body ages. And that control begins with one simple habit you can start tonight. So tonight, before you reach for your pills or supplements, pause for just a moment, look at the labels. Remember what you've learned and give your body what it truly needs to rebuild. Take your vitamin D3 with a nourishing fatty dinner and your zinc with water a couple of hours before bed. Skip the B complex, skip the nighttime vitamin C, and keep caffeine strictly to the morning. It may sound simple, but this small shift can transform how your body repairs itself quietly, steadily night after night. You've worked hard your whole life. You deserve to wake up strong, rested and confident again. Aging doesn't mean losing power, it means learning how to use it wisely. Your body is still capable of extraordinary recovery. You just have to give it the right rhythm. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, save it, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss the latest science-based health updates designed for people like you, men and women determined to stay active, independent and strong. Tell me in the comments, which change will you start tonight?